Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for being here, thank you for taking the time to watch this video. So today I want to talk to you about the subject of how to start a business without any starting capital, without any money. So this video is going to show you the several options out there available for you to kick off your business, start your business without having any big money, cash reserves at hand. So starting a business without any money, what are your options? So imagine you have a really good business idea in mind, you have a prospective business in mind that you would want to start off, but you are lacking, you are missing the reserves to be able to buy what is required to start off. Imagine you start a manufacturing firm, you would need materials, you would need inventory, you would need warehouse spacing, office space. Well, let's assume all of these things are required for you in order to start a business. How? What is the possibility to start a business without having the money to buy those things? This video will explain to you how you can do that. So listen closely, listen closely. There are some ways, there are some secret ways that you can apply to starting the business even without having any money. I'm going to give you a hint. It has to do with other people's money. So let's look at the alternatives. A side note here. Remember that with any business, the key element to achieving a successful business is timing. Timing is a very, very essential element in order to get your business up and running successfully. An example. Imagine you start a new computer business. A computer business that sells a specific software. But that software is still not accepted by the market. So just to give you an example, it's a software that enables accountants to perform triple entry accounting, which is still very unknown, very unapplied in the world of accounting. So producing that kind of software, putting it on the market, thus having, in my eyes, not the optimal timing, will lead to launching the product, launching the software, computer software, without having any success. Does that mean that the business idea is bad? No. Does that mean that the product is bad? No. The only thing that is wrong at that time is your timing. So that is why I'm mentioning it here as a very important, crucial element for the success of your business. Especially if you have little money, especially if you're using other people's money to finance the kickoff of your prospective business. So let's look at the general formula here that can be applied to any business when starting off. You need to have the right person, you need to be the right person, so you need to have the skills, the correct skills, the good skills, knowledge and experience. You need to be in the right vehicle, so do you have the correct business, the correct product or service that you're offering? And what I mean by correct is there any demand for the product? Are you solving a problem? And the third element is timing. So with the right person, with the right vehicle, the right timing, you have a formula for business success. I will make another video going into detail about that specific formula. For now, let's look at the alternatives, how to start a business without having actually the cash yourself. So option one. Option one is the one option that perhaps is the most known. Option one is perhaps the option that is not so straightforward for most of us. But that would be to start off your business, but to start it off in another way. Another way could be, for example, to start off the business smaller with what you already have. So for example, if you would need an office space, just start without it. Try to figure it out. So the key element here, the takeaway is think out of the box. Out of the box. So be creative. Be creative. I could give you an example to highlight the benefit of doing that. Imagine you want to start a kite school. you're really eager, you already have a contact list of persons that are already interested in taking that service and taking the course, but you're lacking the materials. You do not have the cash to buy any kites, any boards, any other equipment required to start kite school. But let's assume that you have planned several courses with prospective clients, but you're lacking equipment. What do? You simply rent the equipment. With the proceeds that you get from the courses, you eventually can buy the kite or even continue renting it if it is financially more profitable. So that's an example of how you can already start with something, start with a business without having the actual cash. So be creative, think out of the box. Especially if you have a product that has located a gap in the market. If it has located a gap in the market, then just use the elements, use the element of having that opportunity to start off already, because that would give you a head start in launching the business. So again, if you see that it's the right timing, you have the right skills, you have the right product, but you're lacking the money, then just start off a bit more with the bare minimum requirements, necessities that you need to actually start off. So just take a moment for yourself and think about how that would apply in your business. So what would you in your business actually minimum be required in order to launch it? What would it be? Would it be just a laptop and internet connection? And what would it be? Think about it. The second option is to start off the business by doing a financial leverage, borrowing money from the bank. So the concept of financial leverage, I will go into a separate video and discuss that in more detail. In general, the concept of leverage, applying leverage to business. But what I want you to understand here is that the concept of leverage, just give it a definition to it, is that you purchase something that costs 4 by letting the bank pay for 3 and putting in yourself 1. In the case that you don't have any money, you're borrowing all 4 from the bank or from another party. So let's get back at the second option, borrowing money from the bank. The bank is one of the cheapest sources of financing out there. If you want to apply for example, a medium to longer term loan, then the bank would be a good option to opt for. Keep in mind that banks usually require you to have a professional looking business plan, meaning that you have thought well about the options, the ins and outs of your business, the risks and opportunities. Perform, for example, SWOT analysis. All of these elements are important to have prepared well before going to the bank. And remember, banks are very much based on relationships. So what is your track record on that specific area, you want to start a business? Do you have experience? Do you have any skills? Do you have any certifications? Banks look at these kind of elements. And the more and more the relationship is based with, for example, bank manager, the more easier it becomes. So the more possibilities presented themselves with regard to having better, more favorable interest rates, and, for example, being able to borrow higher loans. So keep that in mind. Option 2. Option 3 is finding someone who's willing to co-sign for the loan as a collateral, meaning that could be someone, a friend or family member, whoever you perhaps might know that has is perhaps wealthy, that could sign for the loan that you're applying to. That would make the application process more easy. But what I want you to remember here, I would want to give you a tip, is that if the bank is giving you a hard time to give you the loan, just don't give up. Just go and talk to several other banks. There's no loss in trying to contact another bank. Every try you might do could possibly result in a success. And also important to remember here, if you do not ask, you will not receive. I repeat, if you do not ask, you will what? You will not receive. Therefore, asking someone to co-sign for you, co-sign as a collateral for your loan, is something that you really have to just do it. Just ask around, ask people if they're willing, and you never might know which door opens. So going on to the fourth option here, and that is the applying the financial leverage, but then not borrowing the money from the bank, but borrowing it from, for example, crowdfunding platform. And if you have searched a bit on internet, you have seen that there are quite some possibilities nowadays around the borrowing money from crowdfunding. That is one of actually the sources of money that has been made easy to get. Just keep in mind that borrowing from these kind of parties is more costly than borrowing from a bank. That has all to do with the fact that the crowdfunder also needs to get his profit margin, so they would need to earn. They need to earn also on the deal that you're making via them, and also for the fact that when you borrow money from a crowdfunding party, it comes from a lot of different parties, so there's a lot of administrative work going around there, a lot of management, and of course the fact that it's not a bank, so they basically ask a higher premium. So the fifth option here is that you would ask to launch the business with a business partner. Find a business partner who is willing to work with you. You know the saying, if you want to go fast, go alone, but if you want to go far, go together. Well, that applies very much in business. Find a business partner that is complementary to your skill set. So if you are very good at, for example, finance and IT, but you're still developing yourself on marketing and sales, then find someone that's very good already at marketing and sales. Find someone that complements your skill set and vice versa, which will make you a great and strong team. Find someone that is willing to kick off the launch of the business together. And so that is advisably not a friend. There's also a saying of Rockefeller which says it is better to make a friendship based on business than a business based on friendship. One of the greatest benefits of working together with a partner is that the working with two instead of one enhances the business continuity and the possible future success of the business. So last but not least, remember that when you ask someone to work with you as a business partner, it is about the fact that you don't have any money. You don't have any money. So that business partner needs to come up with that money. So find someone that has the cash to do so. Don't be broke both. No, you need the cash of the other. If not, why else would you look at this video? Sixth and last option, go back to the basics of business. So what are the basics of business? The basics of business is selling a product or service for more than it has costed you. Reverse the game. First sell the product and then buy it instead. This is called a pre-sale strategy. In the pre-sale strategy, you first sell the product or service and then you buy the materials, inventory, whatever is required to be able to deliver that product or service. So keep in mind here is that when applying for a pre-sale strategy, the key is to have a well-prepared, thought-out business plan. So let me give you an example with a real estate application. So imagine someone would want to develop a piece of land or a old building that needs to be renovated. So what do in fact many developers do? They first find people that would want to live in those places, that would want to live in the house that's being built on that piece of land, and then sells it to them before they even have bought it. So they probably would have a specific option on that land or that building, but they did not spend any significant amounts of money getting that. So they first sell the product, sell the house, sell the renovated building, and then actually buy it, and then they don't have to invest any significant cash amounts up front. That is a specific option applied. Smart, right? Another example of a pre-sale strategy is, for example, imagine a fitness business. Imagine you're in a fitness business and you sell your courses, you sell your membership, pay as you go, so a monthly membership. Instead, why wouldn't you pre-sell an annual membership to your clients, having them pay up front for a whole year, additional benefit there is that a lot of people that have fitness membership often also don't go. So not only you not have the monthly reminders that they have to pay you, no, they have paid up front 12 months. They are not reminded that they still have the membership. You're making money and they have the possibility to work out. So it's a win-win. Last example, same applies, for example, to the coaching business. Imagine you are giving trainings or giving coachings. Often you pre-sell, for example, a course or training for 3 months up front. The advantage is that you get your cash, you get your payment up front. Then you have to deliver the service. So these are all ways that you can start a business without having a significant or little to no money up front, but still be able to launch a business successfully. So some closing thoughts. So to recap, we have looked at multiple options to launch a business without having any money or having to heavily invest into the business, but so mostly using other people's money. This money, the crowdfunding's money, using someone personally as a collateral for your loan, signing for a collateral as your loan, or either using the pre-sale strategy. So the takeaway here is that you should be smart and do not delay the start of your business if you think it's the right timing, and go ahead and use one of these options in order to start your business and become successful. Thank you very much for watching this video, for taking this time. If you like the video, please subscribe. If you have any questions with regard to the video, please leave a comment behind. Again, thank you for your time. Have a great day.